Hello, our dear viewers, and welcome to our show, Diet Myths. Today we're going to be talking to you about a very interesting diet. Now, I've just come to hear about it, but it's been around for a while. This diet actually started in 2007, and it's called the low-carbon diet. So it's not a low-carb diet, it's actually a low-carbon diet. And as I've come to research it, I've realized it has a lot of interesting things that you can actually adapt to your lifestyle. Now, this diet is a very environmentally friendly diet. It's for the people that are very environmentally conscious and care about the environment. And like you see at the name, carbon, it really focuses on the foods you eat and how much they emit the greenhouse gases, and in particular, carbon dioxide. So they look at foods and they look at different types of foods and they give them a score. And now the score is based on how much it affects the environment. So something that takes a lot of packaging or takes a long time to transport from one place to the other will have a very high score. Whereas foods that you just pick up and eat and don't need much processing or transportation or even packaging will have a lower score. So are you interested in actually lowering the carbon effects in this planet? I sure don't mind, especially if it will help me achieve a healthier lifestyle, which is actually what we all want. Now, like I said, this diet was created in 2007 by the Bon Appetit management, and they try to promote this within their company as well as to the public. And their slogan is my cheeseburger causing global warming? So I want you to think about that, and we're going to take a break and we'll be right back. Welcome back, our dear viewers. Now let's look at some tips in this low-carbon diet to help you answer the question, for you to realize if your cheeseburger is really causing global warming or not. So one of the main things they focus on is you bought it, you would eat it. Don't waste your food. Now, as dietitians, we're very iffy about this. If you buy the right amount of food, then sure, eat it. But if you overbuy food, then please don't eat it all. Maybe you can give it away, maybe you can distribute it, or maybe you can even share it with a friend, because we don't want you to end up over-consuming calories. But if you can focus on buying exactly what you need, then definitely eat what you need and you won't be wasting food. So that's one tip I want you to focus on. Next time you guys go to your grocery store, make sure you buy enough for the week and don't end up wasting any food. Now, the second tip that they focus on is make seasonal and regional food your mantra. So they want to make sure that you're eating food that's in season and you're eating food that's within the region. So the transportation effects are minimized and there's not much processing to it because it's in season. Now that we're in the winter season, a lot of the citrus fruits are abundant and they're available and they actually taste good. So maybe you guys can focus on these foods in this season and look at the trends. As each season changes, look at what foods become more available and focus on them. The third tip they want you to take into consideration is move away from beef and cheese. Now again, that's another one that we're very skeptical about, but you guys maybe can move away a little and not completely. So the idea behind this is that cows are really big animals and they take up a lot of space, and then they emit methane, which is a gas that's very harmful to the environment. But if you eat around red meat 2 times a week, or maybe even once a week, you'll be lowering the amount of cows being consumed, and maybe you'll be helping the environment as well. So I want you guys to stay tuned. We're going to be talking about the other tips and how you guys can actually adapt them to your life. Welcome back, our dear viewers, to the last part of today's show. So we talked about the first 3 parts, and we've got 2 more to cover. Now the 4th part that they really want you to focus on is don't fly your fish and fruits. So basically, they don't want you to eat food that's been air freighted into your country. Now in Kuwait, this might be a little tough, especially that we rely a lot on food that comes from outside. But maybe the next time you buy water, look for water that's locally made here and not water that's actually bought from outside. This will help reduce the CO2 emissions, and any kind of water is good for you. There's not really a big difference in which type you get. And another thing is the fish. If you think about it, here in Kuwait, we have an abundant amount of fish. So you really don't need to have your fish brought in from outside. And if you have it 2 to 3 times a week, you'll be fine. Now the last thing I want to talk to you about is their main focus, which I really like. And it's, if it's processed and packaged, then don't eat it. And honestly, for a healthy life, we also aim for the same thing. If the food has really been heavily processed and it's been packaged, then A, it's harmful to the environment, and B, it's harmful to your body. And we don't want to harm either. So stay away from these things. And it's very important when you're going to the grocery store to shop on the outskirts of the grocery. You'll find that most of the processed and packaged foods are actually in the aisles. And most of like the healthy food, or the food that has not been processed and it's like fresh, like the produce, the fruits, the vegetables, the dairy, will be on the outskirts of that grocery store. So focus on going on the outskirts, buy what you need from the outside, and then go through the aisles to get the minimal stuff that you need. This way, you won't be buying anything processed and packaged, and you'll be buying a lot of fruits and vegetables, which we want you to eat. Now, those were the 5 main facts of this low-carbon diet. I really hope you guys enjoyed learning about this diet. I sure did. And maybe you can apply some of these tips to your life. And obviously, never go overboard with any of these tips. Thank you for watching, and we hope to see you all next time.